Hello everyone! Today we're going to be making sense of the new Ohuhu alcohol marker numbering system. We're going to talk about which markers they affected and the different resources that Ohuhu has for you as you try to make sense of your markers, and the new resources that we've created for you here at Coloring Bliss that should help even more. Okay, my name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss, and let's start by noticing that in my background I have a big stack of markers. Those are my old Ohuhu Honolulu markers. I love them. I've been using them a lot. We love Ohuhu around here, and they are one of the trusted companies that we love to work with here at Coloring Bliss. Now in front of me, you can kind of see the corner of them right here. I have another set of Ohuhu Honolulu markers. These are brand new. I wanted to say an extra special thank you to Ohuhu for sending them to me. And the reason I needed this set of Ohuhu Honolulu markers was so that I could see their new numbering system as a whole, swatch all the markers, make sure that the colors are all still the same, and get a good system put together that can help support you as you use your Ohuhu markers, whether you've got the old ones, the pre-2025 markers, or if you've invested in the new 320 set of Ohuhu 2025 markers. Okay, let's start by talking about the new number system. Welcome to Ohuhu's webpage. We're going to show you here as this page right here. This rotates through, and when you see this, click on Learn More, and it's going to take you to a really important page on Ohuhu's website. And I'm going to link this page in the video description so that you can get straight to it, but I wanted to show you how you get to it. This cute little frog here is teaching us all about the new color code index. That's the first thing on this really important page. So you can see they're talking about the old color and the new color here for YG610. But what's more important is to the right. This is how we read and decipher the new color code index. So the first two letters, it's either going to be one letter or two letters. It is the color family. So in this case, YG stands for yellow-green. And the color family is really important. In the old color system, we had over 25 different color families, and now they've dropped it down to just 17. That's what I counted. So really excited about that. It simplifies, and according to them, they're just trying to enhance our coloring experience with these codes. Now the next number is the color saturation, and that will be a number anywhere from 0 to 9. And they suggest that colors in the same level will blend well. So if you have two markers in your hand with a 5 in that slot, then they should blend really beautifully together according to Ohuhu. Now the very final two numbers, you'll be able to see either a 0 there all the way up to a number 16. The larger the number, the darker the color, the less brightness there is. So if it's a 0, it's going to be a really bright color. If it's a 16, it's going to be a really intense dark color. So that's how you read the codes. It's very similar to Copic. If you have looked at Copic's color system, they're kind of taking a nod from that system, which is really good because it's a good system. Now, is the system perfect? Absolutely not. It's better than it was before, a really good step in the right direction. Is it the way I would label my markers? No, but we'll get into that here in a minute. We have a system put together for you the way that I like my markers organized. So yeah, it's much better though than it used to be. Like I said, we've gone from 25 color families down to 17 color families, and I think they make more sense as you go through and look at the breakdown of how they changed. Now they also changed the color names, not just that code on the top. So almost every single marker now has a new code and a new name. It's a huge change, a big shift. Why is this important to you? If you are an Ohuhu fan and you are moving forward with their whole system and you've got them organized and you use them a lot, you need to know about this, because if you decide to buy an Ohuhu color marker refill, then you've got to have the right code that you're ordering for the right marker. That's really important. So I've got a few resources here for you to help you kind of decipher that. And yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second, but I wanted to mention which alcohol marker lines were affected by this. We've got Honolulu, Honolulu B, Honolulu S, Oahu, Kaala, and Kaala B. Those are the lines that are all that have been affected by this change. So if you have any of those markers, this is really important for you to know this information. Another reason why you need to know this is if you're following along with a coloring tutorial and that person is giving you very specific marker colors to reach for, you're going to need to know whether they're using the old system, the pre-2025, or are they in the new system. And if you're coloring with older markers and they're giving you numbers for the new system, you're going to need to know how to convert that so that you can color along with them. And the third reason why you need to know about this is if you do have different Ohuhu markers, maybe you've got some Oahu and some Honolulu, and some are the new 2025 and some are the older markers, you're going to need to have a way to be able to match those markers up so that you can have a better coloring experience. Okay, welcome back to Ohuhu's very important page that I've already showed you. Let's scroll down and see the next resource that Ohuhu has provided for us. And that's this please search here. And I'm calling this the Ohuhu conversion calculator, because you can type in any marker here and it's going to convert it to the new system and show you both the Honolulu, Oahu, and the Kaala that line of markers. So what we're going to do first here is I'm going to grab one of the old markers. Let's say you're coloring along with your new markers, but the you've got an old YouTube video that you're watching and they're using the older colors. So let's say they said to use this marker right here, which is E120. So you come over to the conversion calculator. I'm going to have Steve type in E120. And there it is. So that was the old Honolulu E120, and it's telling me now what the new number is. If you slide over, is E69, I believe is what that says. And the new color name is Russet Brown. It shows you a little swatch of the color to tell you you're on track. So it has everything you need to know there. It even tells you what it was, the old number in Oahu. It was the E373, and now it's E69. Like I said, I understand why Ohuhu is doing this. It's really going to simplify all the different lines of markers into one system. It's pretty cool. But it does bug me a little bit because I have to now juggle two sets of markers. But this conversion tool I just showed you is going to be super helpful whether you have Oahu or Honolulu, the 2024 markers or the 2025 markers. This cool little conversion calculator is an awesome tool. All right, we're back on Ohuhu's website again, and let's scroll down and see their next resource. This is the color codes comparison. This one's really a cool full chart. Let's click on Honolulu 320 since that's the set that I own. Right there, good. Now you can see this is a full color chart, very similar to the little leaflets that they include in your markers when you purchase markers. But on this one, if you zoom in really close, I'll have Steve see if you can get in really close. You can see there's two numbers. So let's look at that one, RV39. So that big number is the new number. And right below it is the old number, RV080. So this is another place you can come and find your colors and see both the old and the new numbers converted for you in one place. It's a really pretty chart. All right, we're back on Ohuhu's page again and scrolling down one more time to find one more resource that they have included for us, and that's this, the digital cap stickers. Now, the digital cap stickers are available for US letter size. Or if you keep scrolling down, you'll see they have it on A4 size as well. So depending on your printer and where you live, you've got both setups. And you can see they have sticker caps. These are brand new names and numbers for every marker in their system. So for Honolulu, and if you scroll down a little bit, I think there's Oahu is there, and the Ka'ala, Ka'ala are there as well. So you've got all the markers that are affected by this change are listed. So for me, it's the Honolulu 320s that we're dealing with. So if you click on that set, ta-da, we have brand new sticker caps. So this is really great. So if you want to upgrade your old markers into the new number system, that's what these are for. And you can print them out and show you what I did. I purchased these 8.5 by 11 shipping labels. I'll put a link to these because these were only like $5.55 on Amazon in the United States for 30 full sheets. So plenty of sticker sheets here. Maybe you've got a stack of them already. And then you can print out your pages on either a laser or inkjet, depending on the kind of labels you purchase. So those are all printed out here. And then there are 3 different ways to cut these out. And I would swatch on top of them as well. If you were going to do Y00 lemon, well, let's do a brighter one so that you can see it on the camera. Y19 canary, I would grab it. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Y19 canary, I would grab that and swatch over it so that it has the color of the marker, and then we can cut this out and replace it on the end of the old Y19. And then this is where you need to know where this goes. And so you can go, I'm going to have Steve go back to the conversion calculator for me. Okay, so this is the, please search here, the conversion calculator. I'll have Steve put in Y19 canary. And there you can see that's the brand new, and the old one was Y070. So now I'm going to go to my old set and try to find Y070. Here it is. The old marker here with the old number system. So now I can take this new sticker and stick it on the end, and I've got the new number system. That's one way to do it. I think I would rather take this little sticker here and put it on the body of the marker right here. That way I know that's the new number on the body of the marker, but I still have reference to the old colors in case I'm watching an older video on YouTube that has a tutorial and they're using these markers. That way I have both sets of numbers on one marker. That's my thinking. The other place that I think these stickers are going to be really handy is if you have invested in any refills. So I have a small stash. This is what the refills look like. This is what, when you buy a refill, this is what it looks like from Ohuhu. And it has the old numbering system on it. Let me just pull this out. So you can see it better. It doesn't want to focus, but you can see it says BR2 Potato Brown. So again, what I would do is have Steve pull up the calculator. Okay, here we are, and I'd have him type in BR2 Potato Brown. Just BR2 is all we need here, and it shows it as the old Honolulu color. And then you slide over. This is actually one that stayed the same name, Potato Brown, but there's the new number, YR313. I come over here to my stickers. YR313 Potato Brown is what I'm looking for. YR313 Potato Brown right there. So I could then take this label and stick it on here so that I know that's the new number if I ever need to reorder this ink for my markers, or if I'm matching it up with my new set of markers. So again, I think I would put this marker label maybe on the cap or on the body down here instead of covering up the old number, because in my situation where I have both sets of markers, I might be refilling the old BR2 or I might be filling the new YR313. A little confusing, but that's okay. We can do this because we have even more resources and tools that Steve and I have created for you. Now, how do you get these cut out? There's 3 different ways I'm going to suggest that you can cut these out. First of all would be with just some scissors and just cut the circle out. That's the simplest, cheapest way to do it. The second way is if you purchase, which is what I did, a punch. This is a 1/2 inch punch, and I'm going to put a link to this punch in the video description so that if you want to do it the way I'm going to do it, was with these punches. Let me show you. It has a little door that we can pull back and out of the way so that you can see exactly where this punch is going. Oh, you can see I have to cut. So what I need to do is trim this side. Let me do that really quick, and then I'll be able to punch out that sticker. Okay, line it up. You can see exactly where you need to line it up. So here you can see this. I've opened up the back door of the punch so that I can see that die really good in there. And then slide it in there, and you can see I can see exactly where I need to punch it, and then give it a punch, and I've got my little sticker. Pull it off and put it onto the correct corresponding marker. Okay, that's the second way that you can cut these out. The third way is if you are lucky enough to own a silhouette machine or something similar to it. Those machines will actually find the lines for you and cut them automatically. Did you know there's a machine like that, Steve? It's an awesome machine. I've always wanted to try one, but well, first of all, I don't have the money for it. Secondly, I don't have a place to put it. So if I bought it, I'd have to find a place for it because those machines are awesome. So if you do own one of those machines, you are sitting pretty. You're going to be able to cut all these out really easy and have all your little stickers ready to go. All right, we've gone through all the resources that Ohuhu has to help you with this transition between the 2 systems. Now, Coloring Bliss has a system as well. So hey, welcome to Coloring Bliss's website. This is an awesome place for you to come if you need some help with this transition. We have some resources for you, and the way you get to the page is either the link in the video description or just come to coloringbliss.com and click on blog. And that will take you to this link right here, which is the Ohuhu Honolulu Alcohol Marker Resources. So click on that. And then you'll see this is an awesome page. Steve, thank you for building it for us.
You're welcome.
So there's 3. Let me go over real quick what the 3 resources are, and then we'll go into detail on each of the 3. The first are new swatch charts. You guys love our swatch charts, and now we have swatch charts for both the old system and the new number system. So we've got you covered both ways. And then the second resource is we have a new color picker for the new marker setup. That we've had so many people requesting this, and we finally have it. But we also have a color picker in the old number system. So again, we have you covered whether you use the older markers or the new ones. And then finally, I wanted Steve to create our own conversion chart. And I'll show you how this one works here in just a second, but it will help you whether you're converting from old to new or new to old numbers. It's awesome. Okay, let's scroll down a bit and check out the swatch charts because there are a lot of swatch charts available. We have 2-page swatch charts, 9-page swatch charts. We have swatch charts for 2025, and we have swatch charts for the older 2024 and earlier. So we've got them all here that you can either get them so that all you see is a number with a tiny little swatch. That's the 2-page charts right there. Or you can scroll down and pick the 9-page chart, which gives you both the name, the number, and a big square to swatch in. That's the ones I prefer, the big ones like that.
And in our preferred order.
Oh yes, that's right. I need to mention these markers have been put into the Coloring Bliss order. That means it's in order as according to the artist color wheel, starting with yellow and moving through the whole color wheel. And we've worked the browns into the system, and I mean it's fantastic. Steve has put so much work into this. Thank you, Steve. Okay, so that's our swatches. Like I said, lots available there. Make sure you pick the correct one. Scroll up just a little bit, Steve. You can see that one says Ohuhu 2024 and earlier. If you just bought a brand new set of markers, though, you want this set, the Ohuhu 2025. And these are all free swatch charts, so all you need to do is become a free member at coloringbliss.com. We don't share your emails with anyone. We never sell your emails, nothing. It's just Steve and I and our little business here, and we are here to support you with your Ohuhu markers. All right, the second resource we have is our Ohuhu Honolulu Color Picker Organizer. This is going to help you get all your markers, all 320, into a beautiful order and into color schemes. Look at those color schemes. So pretty. Each one of those color schemes features the color blue. We have a page for every color on the color wheel with color schemes built around those colors. There's color wheels in there that you get to color, swatch charts, everything you need in these workbooks. And again, you're going to want to be careful which workbook you order, because there's the Ohuhu 2025 color system, and then there's also going to be the earlier 2024 system. So make sure you know which system of markers you want to purchase a book from. Now you can get this book either digitally or you can get a printed version. So that's awesome. The printed version comes on our beautiful marker paper. It's an awesome resource. I highly recommend the printed version if you can do it. If you're outside of the country though, somewhere like Australia or the UK, then I recommend you do the digital version and print it yourself. It's a lot less expensive than trying to ship these big books out to you. Now the third and final resource that we have here for you at Coloring Bliss is the conversion chart. And I'm going to show you that here in person, but that's the link to it. Is it 10 pages, Steve?
Yeah.
It's a 10-page PDF, and this is going to help you whether you have the old system or the new. You need this conversion chart, and it's also free. So there's no excuses. Come and get it and use it. It's fantastic. Let me show you here. I've got mine printed and it's in the binder right here. And the first 5 pages take the old numbers and convert them into new. So again, if you were coloring along and someone said to, let's just point to one here, B120 pale blue is what they have. They're using the old system, but you have the new markers. It tells you right away, go from B120 pale blue to BV35 Arctic blue. Awesome. It's so quick and easy. And then the second part of this awesome 10-page download is that pages 6, I think it starts on 6. Yep. Page 6 is where we take the new numbers and convert them to the old. So the same deal. If you are working and you need to know from the new ones, you can do it that way. And they're alphabetized according to the number, not the name, for both the old and the new charts. So this has actually been a really good chart for me to sit and kind of learn the new system. So for instance, let me show you right here. We have this old, do you remember this old system number, the CG1107, cool gray 117? It was confusing what they meant. Is it a cool gray? Because then they had other cool gray markers that didn't have the 11. It was confusing. So now when you look, they have it as a BGY Storm Gray, BGY24. So it's much more simplified because these family names were so confusing, and now the family names make more sense. So another reason to print this conversion chart, not just to convert the numbers, but to give you a resource to sit down and kind of puzzle out why they did what they did. For instance, V340 lavender blue is now a BV, a blue violet 15 Dusty Periwinkle. You're going to learn a lot about the new color system with this conversion chart. So if there's only one chart you download, this is the one that I would recommend that you get printed out and keep it with your Ohuhu markers. And then as you move through and the conversion and trying to figure out where your markers land in all of this, this is the chart to have. Like I said, you can print it, have it right there with your markers. Let's give Rose a minute here to get her pillow set. All right, another reason why I wanted the new set of 320 markers from Ohuhu was so that I could make sure that the new marker colors are the same as the old marker colors. On their website, they say that they're the same, but I just wanted to make sure, because if I'm telling you to put certain colors together and use them as blending trios, I want to make sure that they are beautiful and they work just as good as the old markers work together in their blending trios. So what we did was we swatched all 320 when we got them, and we compared them to the previous 320 markers. And I gotta tell you, all of them are the same. Some of them feel a little bit different, maybe just a little bit lighter, but they are all the same except for one. There was just one little marker that threw us off. So let me show you this other chart here. This was our Ohuhu marker comparison. So after we swatched all 320, I brought a few over that I thought might be different and swatched them side by side on the same paper at the same time so that we could tell whether they were different or not. So these are the old markers here on the left. These are the new markers on the right. This was one I messed up on, so I just blacked it out. But this top one right here is the one that is a little different. So the new marker is R312 Magenta, and it's supposed to correspond to the old marker RV350 Crimson, but they are a little different, as you can see. But this was the only one in all 320 that was a little bit different. So I thought that was interesting. You can take a look here at the other swatches and comment below. Do you see a difference between the left and the right sides of the swatches here, or do they seem the same to you too? Okay, you may be wondering, everyone, what I'm going to do moving forward with my sets of Ohuhu Honolulu markers. So I have the full set back here with the old number system, and then from here on out I'm going to be keeping the Ohuhu Honolulu new number system here in front of me where I can reach them and use them anytime I want, either on a video or just for fun. Now, I'm going to take all the old markers and put them into the case that the new markers came in. This is the case right here. And it's got little 6 little compartments in it, so I'm going to try to sort of organize them by color family so they'll be easier to find. And then the idea is, if I'm coloring, say, with this one, BG314 Peacock Green, and it starts getting a little low on ink, I can use the conversion table that Steve and I created, go find the old Ohuhu marker that matches this one, and use it while I'm waiting for the refill to come. So that's my current plan. Keep them on hand as spare refill markers is how I'm going to use the old set. Now the new markers are all sorted into organizing shelves that look like this. I have 3 of these now. I used to only have 1, and I did a whole video on it because it's such a good little system. So I will link that video in the video description in case you're looking for a way to organize your markers. So I have 2 of these right in front of me, as you can see in the photo that's coming up on your screen right now. And those 2 units hold all 320 markers with a little room to spare. So it's perfect for the Ohuhu Honolulu markers. All right, I think together we have wrapped our heads around the new Ohuhu number system. Hopefully this has answered any questions that you have. If not, put your questions in the comments below. And make sure you like this video if you enjoy this kind of content. Again, I want to say thank you to Ohuhu for sending me these 320 markers so that I could do all this work for all of you. And don't forget, If you only download one thing from all those resources, that conversion chart over at coloringbliss.com is the one to get. It's going to really help you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.